Dude, I'm devastated. I'm devastated. Look at this shit. This is me talking about what I think God is, heaven is, hell is, and reading a fucking section of a like an introduction to the works of Spinoza, some philosopher from the 1600s. And dude, I fucking had my mic muted the whole time. This was S tier thinking. I can't get over how I'm fucking devastated, bro. Like, man, I was spitting facts, dude. So, I'll try again, but it won't be the same as the first. Yeah, mic's working. Fuck, dude. Okay. Trying to get less angry. Apparently, it's a problem of mine. Okay, so. Well, I guess first let's read the passage, right? That's where I started. So, start from the beginning. Shit. So this is translate. And again, I said this is the first time. This is not a class. I'm not trying to make it a class, but it's a pretty cool thing. It's pretty sick. Okay. Damn. Here we go. So, he's talking about the three main things that drive human motivation intrinsically, pretty much. 1, honor. 2, wealth. 3, sensual pleasure. And he's thinking about how to kind of absolve his existence from the curses of them. And it's like, okay, well, is that possible? He says, this was a great comfort for me, for I saw that those evils were not so persistent as to refuse to yield to remedies. So if you've ever tried to quit something, so this is the first time. If you've ever tried to quit something, it's worked at least a little bit. That's a sign that it is mortal. Okay, I'm remembering pretty much everything I said. All right, I'll shut up about it. Although at first these intermissions were rare and of very brief duration, nevertheless, as the true good became more and more discernible to me, so as he introspected more, these intermissions became more frequent and longer, especially when I realized that the acquisition of money, sensual pleasure, and esteem is a hindrance only as long as they are sought on their own account, and not as a means to other things. So, main point is, you can engage in these three things: sensual pleasure, acquisition of money, and leaving a fucking legacy. You're allowed to do these things as long as you have an ultimate goal higher than them. If not, you need one. It's not only advised, it is mandatory. It is mandatory to have an ultimate goal higher than sensual pleasure, acquisition of money, and fucking whatever. I forgot. Okay, the fucking 3. Yeah, honor. Okay? So fucking, dude, it's mandatory. And if you don't, they will consume you. They will. It's not oh, I can fight it. No. They will consume you because they have consumed you already, because there's nothing above it. That makes sense. So, well, what's the goal you should aim for? What is higher than that? What is higher than honor? It's like, well, being a good person is an easy one. And becoming the best version of yourself is the best one. So in a shoot for the best version of yourself, you could have, I believe Aristotle's God was like the perfect man, basically Jesus, same fucking thing, to be honest. But his was a little more, I think, metaphorical and wasn't a physical person like in a story. But it's the same thing. It's like, well, you have to become the best version of yourself, which is obviously impossible to achieve. But it's like, if you pursue that in every area that you possibly can, like if you only improve on, like if you try to do your best to improve, you will win. You will win. Maybe you haven't yet, but you'll win in one regard or another, pretty much guaranteed. Pretty much guaranteed. Guaranteed. in one area or another, your name will be forgotten after 2 generations. Nobody will know who you are. Have you thought about that before? That you will be forgotten? Pretty much all it is how long you will be remembered for. That's what you want. And if you don't think that's what you want, you're fucking you're fucking around. I'm telling you, it's a guarantee it's what you want. Of course you want to be known. For what? That's the reason people do different things. Like they want to be the best at their thing. And a lot of them have a thing that they're best at, and I think they're fucking fighting it on purpose because they think they should be something that they're not. And it's like, well, why don't you just be that fucking thing that you know you're the best at? It's a guarantee you'll succeed in the ways that you want with less effort. It's pretty much a guarantee. Me and my friend were having a discussion about what God's mind was that we thought. And I'll go through the text, actually. They're not super, super long. But I didn't read these the first time, so maybe I'll mix it up a little bit. Well, I don't want to expose his argument, but we were talking pretty much about, yeah, so he's a Christian. I'm a theist, I think. And we were talking about God's mind, and my question was, well, where does it operate? And I think the answer is kind of the universe. So I don't really understand how thoughts work for God, is what I was saying. But I do understand that the universe... Oh, shit. Are the universe's thoughts are innate thoughts? Is that the case? They'd have to be. Instincts and innate thoughts. So, okay. Well, I think being remembered is kind of mandatory for an organism. Well, not through the mind also. It's just like, physically reproduce. That's what the point is, right? So it's like, that's part of the reason why we want to fuck so much is because we want to reproduce, because we want to be remembered, we want things to continue. And some people don't. And I think those people, like, it's crazy asexuality. It's like it's actual suicide for a strand of the universe. Isn't that crazy? It's like a part of the body is cutting itself off. It's so weird. Asexual people that's definitely fucking strange. I don't really care about lesbians or transsexuals. Transsexuals are weird to see in public, but I don't really care. I see them. It's just strange. It looks like it looks like a clown. It's just like, obviously it's not the norm. So anything that's not the norm is just gonna be weird. But anyways, yeah, asexual people. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense because you're just not going to reproduce, and you don't want to. And it's so crazy. I wonder if any of them, like, force themselves to just to continue the bloodline. Because I feel like that's an innate want, especially, at least of men, like, and men do run the society, like it or not. So I feel like it's going to stick around. I mean, well, the thing is, I've never really seen a woman chase honor before. Not chase it. Maybe she's achieved it, but there'll be, well, that's not true. There's definitely some who are proud of being, like, the first black woman to do something, for example. So, but I'm thinking, like, in general, maybe men want honor more than women. What's my evidence for that? Well, because they try to be the best at a very niche thing. Like, yeah, for sure. Like, men are the only guys to pull something just to have someone talk about them about it. Like, girls don't do that. Guys will be like, oh, dude, fucking got shit-faced this weekend, and then you're gonna go and be like, oh, dude, he got shit-faced this weekend, that's what he wants. Or it's like, dude, bought this fucking car, and then you're gonna go tell somebody, dude, he bought this car, that's exactly what he wants. I think every man wants that. And you get better at getting it when you get older. You get better at bragging, I think. You become more secretive with it, and more, and you can slip it in easier, I think. But every guy brags. There's not a single one that doesn't. There's zero men, I think. And, you know, you can brag without saying anything. So, yeah, it's just like, I think guys just get better at it. And they do it more because they want honor. I think it's definitely an honor-based thing. Well, the thing is, what Spinoza specifically says is, okay, you can't only chase that. You have to chase something higher. So it's like, be the best possible human that you can. Best possible. Whatever model that is, could be Jesus, could be fucking Muhammad, could be fucking just the best person ever, and you draw it yourself. As long as, like, you know, the best thing you can think of, be that. And it's like everything else kind of falls into place. And imagine if everybody did that. What would happen? Okay, well, how are you going to do that? Is there a standard? Well, I think what you don't like is the standard, and what you like is the standard. So what you feel good about and what you feel bad about. I think that's easy. That's so easy. And it's like, stop fighting that. It's the easiest thing ever, but you fucking just fight it all the fucking time. It's like, well, this feels good. This feels bad. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to not do this. It's like, what the fuck? Why do I do that? It's like, be the best version of myself and it'll happen. It'll just fucking happen. And you're allowed to do these things on the way, but they can't consume you if you work towards this more. They can't. It's not possible. It's not possible. You're guaranteed to win. Like, that's how you win.